Hello kindred longevity lifestyle designers, this is Gavin here, secretsoflongevity.com. Something I've done in the past is product reviews, and I wanted to start doing them on a semi-regular basis again. And these aren't products that I'm connected to in any way through an affiliate or anything, so I'm not recommending a specific place to purchase them. They're widely available online, and in many cases they might be products that are available in your local health food store, as this one is, at least up here in Canada. And it's an American brand, so I'm sure it's available at Whole Foods and places like that, and that is Earthpaste. It's a toothpaste I've been using for several months now. Actually, since late 2014. I've gone through several tubes of them in the last several months even. And the reason I like it so much and want to share it with you guys is because I've had an ongoing developing dental care routine. You've probably seen and are aware of some of these things that I've talked about, but also like-minded health experts and health teachers have talked about. And the great thing about Earthpaste, and I believe it's fairly new because it might have come out of one of these people's recommendations, it's basically simply just a couple ingredients. It's purified water, food-grade Redmond clay, xylitol, and then various essential oils depending on what flavor you have, but also a little bit of sea salt. So this is wintergreen, so it's got wintergreen essential oil, menthol, and they also have lemon twist, spearmint, peppermint, and cinnamon. And that key ingredient that is quite different from other toothpaste, especially even the all-natural organic toothpaste you see, which still have quite a lot of things added to them, even in the health food stores. It is unique in that it is very soft in terms of the particle size, so it's not a very abrasive ingredient. It doesn't even actually whiten the teeth that much, so if you want to have a whitening regimen, you'd want to do that in addition to this, whether it's baking soda or turmeric or anything else that you find works. The problem with having whitening elements within the toothpaste is that you're getting that excessive whitening too often, and it can actually wear down your enamel. You don't have the rebuilding effect of the minerals from your diet, and they're not going to be able to keep up if you're constantly wearing down the enamel. You can also set yourself up for risk of receding gums later in life. You're just putting more abrasive, detrimental action against them. Clay is very soft and very safe to use. If you happen to swallow it, it's also detoxifying. I wouldn't recommend necessarily swallowing this, although there's been people who have done a DIY type recipe for their own oral care protocol, and they recommend swallowing it because the clay does have that beneficial effect. I might have to experiment with that, swallowing this. There's nothing in here that would be detrimental. But yeah, that's totally up to you if you want to do that or not. And just want to also say one other thing about what the ingredients are in some toothpastes. SLS, which is sodium lauryl sulfate, but there's also SLES, which is sodium laurethyl sulfate, and there's a few others that are foaming agents, which people get used to this idea of brushing your teeth with that big foamy effect. You don't get a foamy effect with this, so you can't be expecting that. Even some of the organic, all-natural toothpastes in the health food stores sometimes have this, or they have other things in there that create that. The other thing in toothpaste is glycerin, and this does not contain glycerin, which is important. And it's something I went to sort of a DIY or do-it-yourself type oral care regimen, because the glycerin, which is so common, it's also common in shampoos and things. It's not good for your hair. It literally closes off the cuticle of the hair. Same thing with your teeth. It creates a coating which gives you that slick, clean feel. It's not actually being cleaned. It's just covering your teeth in this slick residue, which if you do have plaque underneath, it's actually shutting the plaque in, basically. There's also microtubules throughout all your teeth. They're very porous, and there's the interaction of your saliva with the teeth, which helps in their remineralization, which if you're coating your teeth in glycerin, it slows that down or it even halts it. That's also how nutrients get from your bloodstream into the root of your tooth and out through those tubules as well. So they're not like a solid thing that we think of when we look at our teeth. Obviously, bone is like that as well. There's these small networks of tubes that various things are transported through. So it's important to have that free and open, and one way to do that is either making your own toothpaste or using something like this. So the clay actually gloms onto toxins. Not that there's necessarily a ton of toxins in our mouths, but it helps with that. The xylitol gives it a bit of sweetness. It's not actually sugar, it's a sugar alcohol. It's been shown in many studies to destroy the bacteria that's responsible for cavities. Again, if you were to make this yourself, not everyone's going to have the time or the patience to gather the ingredients and create it, but I highly recommend doing that if you don't want to use Earthpaste. For years I was creating like a concoction of various essential oils within a carrier oil, and I was literally just putting those drops onto a toothbrush, 2 to 3 drops every time I brush my teeth. Same kind of effect. You don't have the glycerin, you have the refreshing effect of the essential oils, which actually help kill some bacteria too. And again, you could even go so far as to get your own clay and add the essential oils to that and make a paste which you would keep in your bathroom. Definitely check out the links below, which I just have the link to the main company's site. I also have a link to the Environmental Working Group's site. It's called Skin Deep, where you can look up ingredients. The one that I have below is just to SLS if you want to learn more about it. It's connected to reproductive issues, developmental issues, endocrine issues, organ toxicity, and a wide range of other things, perhaps even connected to cancers. You need to find out what it is you're putting on your skin and in your mouth in terms of non-food type products. Most people don't realize this, but yeah, you do absorb what you put on your skin, perhaps not as much or in as great a quantity as if you were just to eat it straight. But when you eat something, you have your enzymes and stomach acid and all these systems that are meant to stop toxins by breaking them down and pulling them out through the organs of elimination. But when you put things on your skin, you're getting a direct blood transfusion through a very thin layer of skin that then is a main line into your organs, and you bypass all the things that are meant to get rid of these things. So that's of concern if you've got a lot of toxins in your shampoos, skincare regimens, makeup, and including anything you put in your mouth when it comes to toothpaste and mouthwash and things like that. There's obviously a whole range of things that are good to do for oral care. A major one is obviously flossing. That can add years to your life. If you have time for only one thing, everyone has time to brush their teeth. But flossing is actually more important than brushing your teeth. I'm not trying to say choose one or the other. Do them both, but also consider oil pulling. You can look up more about that. I'll be doing videos on that in the future. There's a lot of research showing that that's preventative to a lot of dental and oral issues. So let me know what you think about this video below. Let me know if you've used this product before in the comments below. And check out the links below as well. And with that, I'll talk to you again soon. Take care and embrace life without limits.